Hello and welcome back to York. So I have like basically all morning to adventure here. So I thought I'd go maybe see the museum, see if it's any good. And then I'm gonna meet up with a walking tour. So I'll get to see a little bit more of the kind of city center and learn about it and that sort of thing. And then this afternoon, I catch a train and I'm going up to this seaside town called Redcar. I've heard from people who know this area better that it's kind of industrial, kind of like, I'm guessing a little bit like Eastbourne, but it was the closest place that I could find to stay, closest to Whitby, where I actually want to go to. That was available and in my price range and all those sorts of things. So I'm gonna stay there and yeah, so I should be there this evening and then get to explore that area. I got this old building. It's always kind of cool when you can see the wood within the brick. So I'm looking at it, I'm looking at some maps of what it looks like above, and it looks a lot like Canterbury Cathedral, which I was in maybe 2018, I think. But yeah, I actually went inside, and at that time they too were doing scaffolding on the outside, so you know, that's just my lot in life. But I'm supposed to meet my tour here in like maybe 20 minutes or so. The museum was kind of a bust. They just weren't opening, even though it was beyond the time they were supposed to open, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. If I have time later on after the tour, I might try to circle back, but unknown. As I look at the cathedral from the outside, it also reminds me of being in Reims, Champagne country of France. There's a cathedral there that Kate and I went to in 2019, and it also looks very similar to that. And then a little less Gothic, or not Gothic, but like a little less ornate than Notre Dame, but I mean, I think cathedrals all kind of have the same basic shape, right? They look like a cross from above, and then they have the bit that comes out the bottom. But it's kind of cool. I've heard like this is the thing that people come here to see. This and the fact that the city is still pretty, like the walls are preserved from when it was a walled city. And you can like walk along the top, which I did yesterday. So like those are the two big things, but there's a lot of other like just remnants in this city, which is really cool. So I'm hoping that the walking tour tells a little bit more about it. This is another one of those free walking tours. I like to do these when I go to cities. It's basically, the model is like, you go on this tour, you're not obligated to pay anything, and you just tip the person whatever you think it's worth. Yeah, so it works for me, and they're usually pretty good tours. So. Welcome to my room. I have a robe, I feel so fancy. Little tea and coffee station, bed, another fan. Again, a TV I probably won't use, a sink, and some luggage racks and stuff. Also, the proprietor is definitely Irish and I love it. Well, this is a different type of beach than I've ever seen in England. It's very industrial, this area. You can see there's like a factory over there. Obviously there's the windmills. Yeah, my first impressions of this town are that it's very like working class normal people. It's not really meant to be seemingly like a tourist destination. I mean, I'm not really swimming in that water, that's all seaweed. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could have found a place that was a little bit more central. I'm having a really hard time figuring out how to actually get into the moors. There's like 4 different transportation companies in this area, and so you have to kind of see like they each only go to a certain place. So there's a lot of like cross-referencing, and then on top of all that, like in the actual national park, kind of like what I was saying with the Peak District. Maybe I didn't say this to you, but for the first time in my like these travels where I really don't want a car, when I was in the Peak District, it would have made my life a lot easier to have a car. And the same thing I'm finding is true here. I mean, be able to go through the moors, but and if the weather was better, I think it wouldn't be so bad. But it's supposed to rain the next 3 days. Like this little glimpse of sun, I think, is all I'm gonna get. And there's like 2 buses a day that go through the moors. So like, you basically have one out and one back. And there's like a 6-hour gap in between those 2 times. And if it's a beautiful day, then like that sounds great. But if it's raining, like what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go on my hike, and then given that I'm in slightly better hiking shape, I'm gonna be done before 6 hours is up. Like, what am I gonna do for 2 hours? So I don't know, this is proving challenging. The other 2 days I was here, I was going to do one day where I was going to spend a lot of time in a bus and just kind of drive around and see stuff, and then one day I was going to spend walking on the path that's like by the coast. I was wanting to have my, like a more hiking day, bus travel day, coastal hiking day, but I might have to switch some of those things just because I'm not quite sure how I'm going to make it work. So I might actually go do my coast hiking day tomorrow to give myself more time to figure out the moors, and then try to do my bus day the day after that, and then do my moors, if that can happen, the day after that. But we'll see. This is me all just kind of talking out loud, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. Now I'm gonna go find dinner. There's not that much around me. A lot of it's closed or like fried food. So I'm probably just gonna go to the grocery store and do like a salad. So wish me luck. Okay, I definitely found the more touristy area, but it's this type of touristy, not like cute seaside type of touristy. I think that's a boat slip. Oh, there's so much seaweed. Interesting. Interesting. This is what I mean when I say that everything seems to be like shut. I don't know if it's closed, or if it's just they close early. It's weird. It's a Friday and it's summer, so I don't know.